Hello, students. Welcome you all to class ninth English class. Do you have grandparents at home, children? Are you staying with them? Do you help them? If yes, I hope you will be having a wonderful time with them. They help our parents in looking after the grandkids, imbibing moral values in them, telling stories, teaching new things, and playing, which will help in creating a bond between the family members. So, it is our duty to look after them very well as they grow old. We should take care of their health, celebrate their birthdays, so that they will also be able to lead a happy and a peaceful life. Now, I'll begin with the new lesson, The Portrait of a Lady, written by Kushwant Singh. Open your textbook, children, page number 82. About the author, Kushwant Singh is an Indian writer in English. He was born on 2nd February 1914. He is a prominent Indian novelist and journalist. Singh's weekly column, with malice towards one and all, carried by several Indian newspapers, is among the most widely read columns in the country. Singh is best known for his penchant for secularism, his humor, and an abiding love of poetry. He is a recipient of Padma Bhushan in 1974 and Padma Vibhushan in 2007. He was one of the editors of the famed Illustrated Weekly of India. His works include A History of the Sikhs, Train to Pakistan, Delhi, etc. Now, take out page number 69, children. I'll be reading the first point. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had her husband. But that was hard to believe. My grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. He wore a big turban and loose fitting clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest, and he looked at least 100 years old. He did not look the sort of a person who would have a wife or children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. As for my grandmother, being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. She often told us of the games she used to play as a child that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part, and we treated it like the fables of the prophets she used to tell us. New words which we come across in this paragraph are portrait, a painting or a photograph. Second one, wrinkled, a slight depression or fold in the smoothness of a surface. Third one, mantelpiece, shelf that projects from wall. Fourth one, absurd, inconsistent with the reason. Moving on to the explanation. In the first para, the author here describes about his grandparents' appearance. He states that his grandmother was old and wrinkled. The author has been seeing his grandmother for past 20 years without any changes. Author is not ready to believe that his grandmother was pretty, young, and even had a husband. A portrait of his grandfather was hung in the drawing room. He had worn a big turban and loose fitting clothes. He had long white beard covering his chest and aged nearly 100 years. His appearance was so diplomatic that nobody could believe that he had a wife or children. The thought of his grandmother being young and pretty, playing games, was totally revolting nor acceptable, seeing her present appearance. On to the second point. She had always been short and fat and slightly bent. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. No, we were certain she had always been as we had known her. Old, so terribly old that she could not have grown older and had stayed at the same age for 20 years. She could never been pretty, but she was always beautiful. She hobbled about the house in the spotless white, with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stoop, and the other telling the beads of her rosary. Her silver locks were scattered untidily over her pale, puckered face, and her lips constantly moved in landscape in the mountains. An expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Difficult words in this paragraph. First one, hobble, uneven manner of walking that results from an injured leg. Second, stoop, an inclination of the top half of the body forward and downward. Third, puckered, wrinkled face. Fourth, serenity, disposition free from stress or emotion. Grandmother had been short, fat, and slightly bent. Since from 20 years he has been with his grandmother, and the appearance was the same. So it is unbelievable about her younger days being pretty and young. She would be moving around the house, having one hand on her waist and the other telling the beads of rosary. And here, silver lock refers to her white hair, which will be scattered untidily on her wrinkled face, and chanting prayers whole day with the help of rosary beads. Assignment of the day. First one, what thought was revolting in the mind of the author? Second, what is referred to silver locks? I'll continue the next part of the lesson in the next class, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.